Cruise news time. Well, to say the CDC doesn't like to lose, well, that's probably an understatement. They got beat down in Florida, but now they're beaten back. You ready to wear a mask on every cruise inside? Let's talk about it. All right, before we get into this annoying CDC news, let's appreciate that cruise life. Here's my cabin, freshly cleaned. I'm getting ready to set up my camera and stuff. So this is before I've done the show, but yeah, this infinity balcony on Celebrity Edge, pretty cool. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, working on assignment on the Celebrity Edge. My friend Doug Parker, whenever he's on a cruise, he's got that deep voice guy, like on assignment from Carnival Horizon is Doug Parker. I don't have the deep voice guy. Any deep voice guys out there? I'm working on assignment from the Celebrity Edge. What do you think about this cabin? Infinite veranda. It's pretty interesting, pros, cons. I'll do a video, that kind of thing. I'm a little hyped. It's a sea day. But wow, so I was enjoying my breakfast and I was going through the cruise news and I came across Royal Caribbean blog. Matt over there had an article about the CDC getting a little feisty when it comes to losing this court battle in Florida. Let me break it down for you now. He got his information from Reuters, but the way it works is this. The conditional cell order is now null and void on some level in Florida. The conditional cell order, prescribes all of these things that the cruise lines have to do to cruise right now. Vaccine status, whether you can wear a mask, all that kind of stuff. Well, Florida sued and successfully got an injunction against the conditional cell order. And so these CSO guidelines are no longer regulatory, but they are just recommendations. And so it's up to the cruise lines to decide whether or not they want to follow these recommendations. Now, very quickly, Royal Caribbean, the president of Royal Caribbean, Michael Bailey, he posted the article about the CDC getting their butt kicked in Florida. And he said very clearly, we choose to voluntarily follow the prescriptions, the guidelines inside the conditional cell order. So Royal Caribbean, they're on board. I don't know where the other cruise lines are. I haven't seen anything from them. But it is interesting that none of the cruise lines joined the state of Florida in suing the CDC. The cruise lines, they've been working with the CDC since about April to get cruising restarted, and none of them really got gangbusters excited that I could tell about this lawsuit. And so Royal Caribbean already out of the gate saying, whatever the rules that you think are right, CDC, we'll do that. We will comply. We volunteer to comply with your rules. Now, I don't know that every cruise line is going to do that, and the CDC doesn't know that every cruise line is going to do that. So this is what they said. On the heels of the injunction against the conditional sale order, the CDC said, look, we got an order in place right now for all modes of transportation that says if you're on some sort of mode of transportation that has some component that deals with the United States, then you have to wear a mask inside, regardless of your vaccination status. Now, before you get all up in arms like, well, how about the airlines and how about the buses and how about, yeah, mask on all of them. I've been on an airplane this year, had to wear a mask in the airport, had to wear a mask during the whole flight. I've been on a train this year. I had to wear a mask in the terminal. I had to wear a mask on the train. I haven't been on a bus yet, but I saw a bus the other day that said, this is when I got off the train. I was like, contemplating taking the bus, and right there in big letters, mask required. And so this order from the CDC that has nothing to do with the cruise rules, the conditional cell order, this order says if you're on some sort of form of transportation, you got to mask up. And you know what's a form of transportation? The cruise ships. And so they're saying, look, if you don't want to voluntarily follow the guidance that's in the conditional cell order, then put the mask on. How about that? That's hardcore. I really hope at the core of it, it's about public health and it's not about being mad or trying to get even. And I know that that's a whole nother debate. But man, hardcore. Inside of the conditional cell order, there is guidance that says it's up to the cruise lines at their discretion. If they have a certain amount of vaccinated people, then you can take them out. Like here on the Celebrity Edge, it's 99%, it's way up in the 90s vaccinated. Nobody's wearing a mask or nobody's being forced to wear a mask. there is some mask wearing, but it's not because the cruise line's making it. The crew doesn't have a mask. This is even different than when I went cruising last month. It is so much like regular cruising right now. No social distancing. That's a whole nother video, but Celebrity Edge right now, this is pretty much like regular cruising. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine all of a sudden all these cruise lines that are cruising without a mask are now cruising with a mask? Look, okay, I got more to say, but before I do, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. I'm going to be going live a few times this week. They'll probably just be impromptu pop-up live, so make sure you're subscribed, notification bell on. Only about half of you are subscribed, so that means there's a lot of new people out there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You sure can help us out if you hit the subscribe button. Thank you in advance. All right, let's back to this conversation. Now, I know there's a contingency of people out there that are saying the CDC, they don't have the rights to do any of this. What the heck? I don't know. Look, I have no idea, but they're doing it. They're doing it on planes. They're doing it on trains. They're not doing it on automobiles. That would have been a great reference to a good movie. But, you know, and they're doing it on cruise ships. They said as far as the cruise ships go, they'll have the Coast Guard enforce it. Like, the Coast Guard will come on board and be like, you got to mask up. How could that practically work? Either way, that's what's coming down the pike. And it's going to be interesting now to see which cruise lines raise their hand and bend the knee to the King of the North and say, look, we will voluntarily follow the conditional sail order in Florida regardless of this court case. And look, let me say this. I don't fault any cruise line that volunteers to go along with the CDC. I mean, look, I know there's a principled argument there where people should fight or whatever, but look at this. I mean, you've got businesses with thousands and thousands of employees, with thousands and thousands of customers that are exhausted from the 16 months shutdown, and cruising's getting up, going again. Are you going to die on this hill of the conditional sail order when things are going forward? Come on now. If you're the business owner, there's no way that you're going to die on that hill. That's just my take on it. So, yeah, way to go, Royal Caribbean. It would not surprise me if other cruise lines followed suit and said, yeah, we'll do whatever you want us to do. We just want to keep cruising. The wrestling match continues. But look, it's not even bumming me out because I'm on a cruise that's almost exactly normal. And you can be also. So just put this wherever you got to put it. Don't let it bother you too much. Book a cruise, the kind of cruise you want. There's cruises for vaccinated people, unvaccinated people. Cruising's back, baby, and I highly recommend it. All right, let me kick it over to you, and let's go all philosophical. Should the cruise lines bend the knee? Should they just acquiesce to the CDC and just say, look, we'll follow your rules? I think most of them are going to do it. Or should they fight? Should they be mad as hell? And should they fight against the CDC for an eternity? I don't know. Either ways, let's leave a comment below. Thank you so much for checking out the show today. Please show your support by hitting the like button, or this is going to be your view all the time. That was probably not a good threat, because who's going to hit the like button against this view? This is Tony with Lido Loca on assignment from the Celebrity Edge. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye. It's cruising, baby.